Hey guys, this is Kilo, and today I'm going to talk about tension, specifically tension tools and their designs, their functions, the different styles, and how to apply tension when picking a lock. So this won't really be much of a lock picking video so much as teaching you tension. The reason I am emphasizing this is because in the world of lock picking, tension is really the game. Like, I know it's called lock picking, but it's really all about tension. Without the right tool, you're not going to feel any feedback, or it'll be very minimal feedback that you get. And you may be struggling right now on a lock, and it may be because you are using, the wrong type of tension tool, or maybe one that has kind of a design defect. So we're going to talk about them right now. So first up, we're going to talk about bottom of the keyway tension tools. That is this guy right here. This is made out of a windshield wiper insert. It has a considerable bend. It's cut to length. So you want to notice right now that this is a very solid piece of metal. So your feedback is going to be very strong. When you go to put one of these into the bottom of the keyway, this one's a little small for this lock here. Let's see, this one's actually even smaller. When you go to put this in, we'll just pretend we're using this. You want to start out with, your amount of tension is very important. And to start out with pretty much every lock other than a master lock, you want to do just a little more than rest your finger on top of the tension tool. You don't want to crank down, and you see how I'm starting to bend? You don't want to do that. You want to just put just a little bit more pressure than just rest. Like, you see how I'm just resting my finger and then I'm just applying just a little bit of pressure. That's all you want to do to start out. As you start to go through your progression and you see, maybe they're all spongy, then you'll go ahead and apply a little more than that, and you'll start to go through and, so on and so forth. Now, this is a very nice style tension wrench, very popular. It's probably one of the older designs that they have. And the other version we see here, it's the same style, made out of the same windshield wiper insert, but it has this twist. A lot of new guys love this twist, and I don't really understand why. I've had a few of them tell me they like it because they worry about bending this type, and to me it's just kind of counterproductive. These are very springy, and the feedback is not as strong as a solid tension tool. We'll put this in and I'll kind of show you the difference. This one's also too small for this keyway, but if you want to put I'm just starting to rest my finger and it's already bending. This is going to cause you to get into a really bad habit of over tensioning. It looks like a considerable, I'm just putting my finger on it. If I put the same amount of pressure on this one, it's not really going to bend as much, So it's really going to teach you how to tension better using this style. This one, as you go through, you're cranking down a ton of pressure, a ton of tension, and sometimes they'll all be spongy, and then you end up, cranking on it like this. I've watched guys in the office just almost candy cane these, tension wrenches. I really don't recommend this for a beginner or really for anybody. I know it's kind of cool, but it's really kind of a pointless tension tool in my opinion. Maybe you're using it and you feel some feedback, which you will feel some, but it's not going to be as significant as the others or, one of these solid tools we're about to get to. So that is the bottom of the keyway tension wrench. So next up, we're going to talk about top of the keyway. With a top of the keyway, this is one of the heavy bars. This set here is from Sparrows lockpicks, and if you look close, they have these teeth that bite into the top of the keyway. This one's a little big. Let's try this guy. We'll go ahead and just set him in. And this is a large keyway, just so you guys know. And you basically tension from the top, allowing you more room at the bottom of the keyway to maneuver your lockpicks, especially if you're using a more steeper version of this hook. If you use something like, the bottom of the keyway tool, you kind of limit your, playroom here. Like now you're going to be resting on top of a tension wrench. So that's what these are for. There are some guys who swear by these top of the keyway tension tools. The thinner ones will bend, but you get significant feedback from these heavy bars. They have even sturdier versions of them now. This is one of their first generation sets. Now they have some with like this kind of groove design, and I imagine it's going to be a little bit sturdier, but these have always been given a lot of praise in the lock sport community. So I would recommend these top of the keyways, especially if you're trying to pick something like this. These locks definitely are always going to use top of the keyway to be the most successful in picking them. We'll do a video on this in the future, but definitely if you're, trying to attack something like this, you want to invest in a set of heavy bars. Sometimes they're called Pry Bars, and definitely grab yourself a set. I think Sparrows has a kit that combines these. I can't remember. I don't know if they still have it, or maybe I'm thinking of another site, but I will leave links in the description below to, see these if you want to purchase anything in this video. So, tension-wise. So, that is the top of the keyway tension tool. And last up, we're going to talk about a hybrid version. This is a top of the keyway and bottom of the keyway. This I carry with me to every lockout that I go to, as I don't have to dig through my pick kit to find a top or bottom. I could just, if it's not working bottom of the keyway, I could just flip it upside down. Now, this one is also, if you notice, it doesn't have the same, flat design. It's an actual bar. This is called the Zedwrench. You can buy this at Lockpick World. I think it's around $8 US. And I would definitely recommend this for any locksmith, or even if you're just in lock sport. This is an amazing tension tool. So, if you want to go ahead and use bottom of the keyway, you can. Or if that's not working for you and you need, a steeper hook or whatever the case may be, you can flip it to top of the keyway. Now, 99% of the time as a locksmith, you're going to use bottom of the keyway. They're all going to be very simple, basic locks. You're not going to have anything too crazy. Locksmiths don't generally pick a lot of padlocks in the field, unless you're me for some reason. I don't know. I don't like cutting locks. It's just not my style. But let's talk about the actual tension now. So one cool thing that I will note about this tension tool is because it's top of the keyway on this side, as a locksmith, I'm always, 99% of the time using bottom of the keyway. It gives me a flat surface to rest my finger on as I'm applying tension. Now, we're going to go ahead and look here at the cutaway, and you will see your chambers here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we have our bottom pins that are located inside of the plug. We have our shear line, which is this line all the way across. We have our top pins and our springs. Now you will see as I push the pick in, I am pushing up the bottom pin that aligns the top pin just above the shear line. See, now I'm below the shear line. Now I am right at it. When you are applying tension, you are basically tightening up the core here, allowing you to go through your progression. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can bind one up here. It's a little difficult through a camera. I do apologize. So you hear these clicks going on, and you can see nothing is above the shear line. So don't always trust that if if you hear a bunch of clicking going on that you've actually done anything of any significance. I do hear a bunch of guys in the office a lot, they're practicing and they're like, I hear all these clicks and it just doesn't turn over, and then they'll reset the lock. Now here I'm applying, moderate tension, and we're going to go ahead and we have pin number 1 pretty much at the shear line, and we're going to go ahead and continue through to pin 2, 3, 4 is loose, and we have really now just overset pin number 5. Now if we look closely here, all of the other pins are right at the shear line, right here. Now you will feel this as you go through. You're going to feel they're all set, and you're going to get to that 5th one. It's going to feel really tight. You're going to be, wondering if you feel it's like really, just solid. Do not just let go and reset the lock. Just lighten up barely on your tension wrench, and you see it just fell back down to the shear line. You will then go ahead and just fish your pick in and just push him up slightly, and we have now turned over the core. So pretty much I want to show you guys, because I've been watching a lot of apprentices. They have pretty much got here. They'll sometimes you can take something like the city rake right here. This is from the night shift kit from Sparrows as well, and this is something that a lot of apprentices love, is the city rake. And you see they'll be in here and they'll just crank down on the tension, and see how we've set pin number 2, which is a spool pin. If you just let up just a little bit, you can just drop him back down again, and then you see how you can just play around with the tension to drop all of the pins back down where you need them. You don't always have to, like this is an example of what they'll do. They'll take their city rake, they'll come in and they'll apply heavy tension, and they're like, it's just not working for me, and they're just pretty much just going to town like crazy, and they're like, nothing's working. They'll take it out, they'll put it back in. You don't have to do that. Sometimes you're closer than you think you are. So just know that if you come in and you're going crazy like this, sometimes before you just let go, just let up a little bit of tension, and sometimes you're that close. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I've been getting a lot of questions on it. I will be doing a more in-depth video on picking this lock and really getting into the do kind of a deep dive into lock picking. But first I wanted to show you guys tension. I want you guys to really understand tension, because without an understanding of tension, you will never fully understand lock picking, and it's very important to get this down. So that's really all there is to this video. Like I said, in the very near future, I'm going to do another video on picking this lock, applying tension some more. But that's all there is to this one. If it helped, you guys can feel free to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. And as always, have a good day, stay legal, and stay safe out there.